Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you had a great week, and are you ready for this weekend? Today is August 5, 2022, and this is your Friday planning video. As you know, my videos on Monday are where the day-to-day market action is reviewed. Today I want to bring a checklist as we go into the first weekend in August. The past few weeks we've gone over some education savings ideas and some timely ideas about Roth conversions and tax loss harvesting. There's a lot of work we do to help identify tax efficiency, but make no mistake about it, please, I don't give personal tax advice. Please let's work with you and your tax advisor. We'll see if anything that we're discussing here is appropriate for you. So let's go over a short list of some simple but not always easy items to handle in your personal financial plan. That's how we want to see what we can do today. The recent market volatility has brought about some asset allocation moves that may include a larger than normal cash position. If this is the case, please make sure you check your banking situation. Remember that banks are usually covered by FDIC insurance. Make sure that you confirm that, and remember that the coverage limit is $250,000 per individual, $500,000 per joint account. If you're allocating larger amounts of cash, please let me know. We can discuss ways to hold it. It may include using multiple banks. The next item is an oldie but a goodie, but please check your beneficiaries. And while you're at it, check up and down the family tree. Please remind your kids and your parents. This will be your problem if they don't do it. I deal with this every week. Please check all accounts, retirement accounts, insurance policies, old employee accounts. If there's a beneficiary, it's worth a quick look or call. It will almost surely save you time and headaches down the road. And for good measure, check with your attorney to be sure, but if the old fallback is just put my estate as my beneficiary, it can cause you big problems down the line. I'll save the details for another time, but with the new Secure Act removing the stretch IRA and requiring distribution following the 10-year rule, if your estate is the beneficiary, you cannot use the 10-year rule. You have to use the 5-year rule, and the outcomes on the tax side are rarely in your favor. Okay, it's time to begin to review your allocations. I do that for your accounts on a regular basis, but if you have an employer plan, 401k, 403b, please check that out. Recall that major market moves can shift your allocations to be too aggressive or too conservative. Either way, be sure to take a look. Next one, okay, if you're still the parent to minor children, please make proper arrangements for what would happen to your assets if, God forbid, something happens to you. You should reach out to your attorney to be sure guardianship or trusts are in place if anything like that's appropriate. Special need trusts are a different conversation, so please let's address that if it does apply to you. While you're reviewing and planning for things like this, let's review where your current life insurance plans are. This is something that I find so many people fix and forget. I'm happy to assist in the review of your current policies, and we can work with my team and some great other partners to be sure you are where you need to be. If you're like so many, you may not know where that stack of policies are anymore, so we can still review that and help, so let me know. Excuse me. Although as of today, the market is well off its lows for the year, it is still worthwhile to review your accounts for any losses that are in your accounts. Taxable accounts for sure, but even those retirement accounts. Many don't want to look there, but if you're cleaning house or weeding the garden, as I say, why only do part of the garden? Let's review to see if position by position we should be making any changes. Are those stocks that you fell in love with while you were working from home in your PJs still the ones you want to own? 2 more for today, and then we'll wrap up with a few more next week. As I mentioned before, cash is an asset that is larger for many of you these days. Not to bleed over into the market commentary too much, but suffice it to say that many of you know that interest rates have been going up. If you have a larger than normal cash position, please make sure your cash is working for you, even if it's just at the bank. Banks have been paying so little on cash positions for so long, we're used to it by now. That's how it's been. That's how it's always been, it seems, right? There are savings and checking accounts that actually pay interest. You should check it out as rates rise. Finally, for today, we've talked about this on again, off again, but it bears repeating. Please check your credit card bills and checking accounts and review your fees, subscriptions, and watch for fraudulent activity. I've seen a huge uptick in fake text messages, even just to myself, wanting me to click on links to unlock my Amazon account. Be careful and tell your family, especially any kids who have access to texting. Okay, that's enough homework for this weekend. As you've heard me say, financial planning is somewhat of a contact sport. We have to stay vigilant and keep up. I'm here to do the heavy lifting for you, so please let's talk about these items and so much more. I look forward to Q3 and the second half of 2022. We have a lot to accomplish together. Please reach out if you have any questions. Have a great weekend. Come back Monday for the market update video, and we'll see you soon.